morning to respected Director Sir, faculty members, all the alumni members, and the students. We have been waiting for this day since so long, and finally, this day has come where we get to meet the alumni of our institute. Alumni are the foundations of the institute and acts as a torchbearer for the upcoming generation. In order to refine the PGDM students and give them a glimpse of the corporate world, Alumni Talk series are regularly planned where senior alumni interact with the current students and guide them by sharing their own experiences. With these words, I, Jyotika Srivastav, along with my co-host Rashi Srivastav, welcome our Honorable Director Dr. Ajay Kumar, faculty members, alumni Mr. Anurag Saxena, Ms. Deepika Jha, Ms. Nidhi Singh, Mr. Abhinav Srivastav, Mr. Himanshu Shekhar, and Mr. Avinash Thakur, who will join us shortly virtually to the webinar under Alumni Talk series on role of specialization in successful placement. May we have a huge round of applause. Now to move ahead, it is a mark of our undying tradition to invoke the Almighty at the beginning of an important event. With these words, we request Director Sir to kindly light the lamp of knowledge.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रामृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा।
May the divine grace of goddesses be with us today and always.
Before we begin the session, I would request all the alumni to kindly switch on their videos. GL Bajaj Institute of Management and Research, PGDM Institute, Greater Noida, is prospering under the prudent guidance of Mr. Pankaj Agrawal, Vice Chairman, with the prime objective to transform ambitious and striving scholars into the future management professionals. GLB IMR has also been constantly recognized for its academic innovation and excellence under the stewardship of Director Dr. Ajay Kumar. Sir has an experience of 33 years in academic research, training, and consultancy. He has been conferred with various prominent awards like Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan Teachers Excellence Award, Philip Kotler Award, Inspirational Icon Award, and many more. With these words, we would like to welcome Director Dr. Ajay Kumar, who has been the backbone of the students and have always encouraged them to move forward to the path of success, to formally mark the beginning of Alumni Talk series. Sir, please.
Good morning to everyone. Again, on behalf of GL Bajaj Institute of Management and Research, it's my privilege to welcome its own alumni, presently Mr. Anurag Saxena, Ms. Deepika Jha, Ms. Nidhi Singh, and Mr. Abhinav Srivastava. So today we have invited alumni to give a talk on role of a specialization in successful placement. All the present students in this hall are fully aware of the fact that in PGDM program itself, depending upon your traits and previous background, you will be opting a particular specialization, which will finally define your career in the given domain. Right. Hello. Yes, sir. Hello. Today, the topic on which this webinar has been scheduled, I can very well say that related to the same field our vice chairman has called me, that was regarding the placement or concern of the placement for the existing batch. All of you know that this corona period itself has led to several disturbances also, and in general, all the institutions are facing a lot of problems with respect to good placement or quality placement or desired placement, we can say. Naturally, the preparation of the students because of the corona too got affected, because majority of the students being average to good or below average to average didn't devote the time, this particular time for 9, 10 months or 11 months, you can say, in their career building, and wasted their time in worries for nothing. I believe many of you might have also spared this time not very creatively. Now, coming back to the subject, naturally, all of you know that business schools in India have been trying to come up with the highest standard of academics and management education in totality across the country. I can say it has become one of the best landing grounds for those who are trying to make a career in business. PGDM degree or MBA degree. If we talk about the management courses, we will have to say PGDM as well as MBA, both. It has become very integral to the job markets in management field or in the job market in business arena itself. There are several specializations. If we talk about GL Bajaj Institute of Management and Research, PGDM Institute, we are offering a specialization in marketing, HR, finance, IT. IBS, we had started. I don't know how many of you are going to opt for the IB, but we are having IB and operations too. If we talk about the job market or prospects, in totality, if we talk about the jobs across the country, best jobs are available in finance area with the highest package. But for that, the concerned students require a lot of skills, knowledge, and mastery over some of the subjects, especially in the IT world. You must have proper control over analytics. Simple calculations are being done over machine now. So basic accounting, if you think that you are mastered upon, will not serve the purpose. All those things are being done by machine nowadays. Earlier experts were there to calculate your taxes, even the taxes of the industrial houses, small businesses, big businesses, or medium class businesses. Now at a single click, it is being done on machine. And any individual can file his or her income tax part, not by the consultants, but on their own. So finance area, if we talk about all the leading institutions in India, that has emerged as one of the most lucrative specialization, followed by marketing and operations. HR has been very significant and important also, but it is being assumed that HR is the practices which all the functions are equally required to adopt and adapt. HR norms to be adapted for any organization, and the practices to be learned by all the functional areas. The overall functionality of HR that has shrunk over the years, if we talk about the job market, because two important areas, that is IR, the functions of IR that has gone very insignificant nowadays. If we focus on industrial relations part, that has been taken over completely by law graduates who have done integrated course of BBA plus law, which came into our country 10 years back. So they are being assumed as better choice as compared to simple management HR specialized students. Operations, that is one of the most important area where focus is required, where jobs are in multiple with very high package. Marketing and sales remain one of the most important domains, and most of the institutions in our category 2 are providing this particular domain very successfully, leading to good to great placement. Naturally, all of you are here, and today the alumni of our institute, they will be the better person to tell you what exactly they learned from the institute and how are they faring in the job market or in the industry. They must have faced certain challenges, so they will be able to tell you what should you do as per your skill set, or which specialization you should pursue as per your skill set, as well as the current marketing scenario or market scenario. Before taking much of your time, I would like that the alumni, the concerned alumni who are here presently, they should start your discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for enriching us with your words of wisdom and dedicating your valuable time for us. May we have a huge round of applause for our director, sir. Before we start the session, we request all the distinguished guests to share their insights within 4 to 5 minutes, and the question answers will be held at the last of all the sessions.
Now, without any further delay, let me introduce to you all our first alumni, Mr. Anurag Saxena from PGDM batch 2010-12. He did his PGDM with specialization in marketing and international business. Currently, he is an associate relationship manager at Standard Chartered Bank. A keen learner and love to make his task easy and more productive. With 8 years of experience in banking, banker sales and channel management. He was a territory sales manager at Tata AIA Life Insurance, private banking manager at Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance, unit sales manager at ICICI Lombard, and Senior Corporate Agency Manager at HDFC. With these words, we would like to welcome Mr. Anurag Sir to kindly join us on Zoom platform.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Just need to check, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir, you're audible perfectly.
Yeah, great. So thank you so much for this platform where obviously we can share our experiences and all over the journey, which we started from GLP IMR and obviously started a career from there and moved to one ladder to another ladder. So thank you so much, Director Sir and Ma'am, for this platform. Now let's start with some insights, without wasting your time. And first of all, to all of you, you have started, your career path by choosing the right platform. And obviously, it's time to make, a decision whether you want to choose, for example, marketing or international business or finance or HR or, whatever your, key strength is, or depending on your choice, whatever you want to do in your future, in terms of your career. So I would say you are at the right place to make a right decision, and obviously we are here to help you out. So, in my opinion, without wasting your time, I mean, obviously, for all the knowledge and insights, you all have right gurus there. But yes, in corporate, I want to say that you should do whatever you like, or at whatever you are best. So, for example, if your strength is to is to play with numbers, so definitely finance is something which you should go for, or analytics. So definitely, analytics with goes with either IT or operations as well, right? If you are good with dealing clients, and if you love to meet people, so definitely marketing is something which you should look for. Or if you are good at managing people, and if you think that you will be able to handle people emotions and all, so definitely you should go for the HR. So obviously this all depends on your strength, which definitely I believe you must have realized a bit at least, obviously, because there are faculty in your college, and obviously director is there, and obviously the placement cell is also there to help you out. So I believe you have got some insights about your strengths. So obviously, one more thing I would like to say here, that what is the most important thing is to love what you do. So whatever you are gonna do, if you love it, that's great. Nothing can beat you. And if you do not get something which you love, so definitely whatever you are gonna do, make it love, right? So that you don't feel regret that I want to do something, but I'm landed up somewhere else and I'm struggling here. So don't feel like that, whatever you are going to do is something which is not to be your cup of tea. If you want to do it, so definitely you can do it. So from my point of view, choosing specialization is definitely your call, right? So choose wisely, take all the considerations from your seniors, from your mentors there, and choose whatever you like to do. And if I talk about the factors, so definitely you should also consider what is the demand in the market, because I believe they though they the faculty members and everyone is trying to make you believe and trying to make a kind of atmosphere for you in college itself, that whenever you land up in the corporate world, so you do not struggle. But still I believe you will find some disconnect, because obviously experience something on the basis of somebody else's experience and realizing it on your own has altogether a different experience for every individual. So factor is really important. So definitely you should go with something which you like, right? And obviously, as I said, you should also consider the things which is which is happening in market. For example, after corona, people are working from home, so definitely IT is something which is in a great demand. But yes, if I talk about finance, so you have seen the GDP struggling due to Corona and prior to that, and now we are predicting approximately 11% GDP growth for next financial year. So that's definitely a good numbers for us. So definitely who's going to drive it? People from finance industry. So you should have, in fact, you must have good qualifications with, great experiences and certifications as well. So the journey in the finance is not going to stop for you. And obviously you will have to gain more and more certifications to reach at the ladder, where you will be able to see yourself that, okay, I have achieved this level and I need to go beyond this. So learning is very important. So I would say that, if you want to do something great, you need to keep learning everything, and obviously by time to time. If I say academics here, so academics is really very critical because, as I said, I mean, a few seconds ago, that learning is very important. So learning is also definitely a great part of your academics. So whatever they are teaching you, whatever you are able to get there, grab it. Because once you will be in your job role, you won't get enough time to read, because you will be, uh, joining in such an organization where you will understand their culture, their work culture. In fact, your own KRAs, the key result areas, you will be able to understand in few months. And obviously there will be colleague, there will be some positives, there will be some negatives. Obviously there will be so many tasks to do for you, right? So whatever you are able to gain here in terms of academic, that will be great for you. Grab it, don't waste your time, because obviously once time is gone, so you can never be able to get it. So academics is very important, and obviously it depends what specialization you are choosing at present. So definitely choosing a specialization and getting the right content delivered is a key. So for example, obviously they are giving you the right, content and the latest and updated content, but I would also request to read some articles, some content online as well, just to upgrade yourself, so that obviously you can stand out yourself among the crowd. Because obviously if you want to grow, so if you are in the crowd, so definitely you are not gonna outshine. So last but not the least, my journey here started from obviously GLBIMR from 2010, and it's 2021, almost 11 years now, and 9 years in, or let's say 10 years in the corporate world experience. So I would say uh, you are at such a platform wherein you have found that, okay, I'm going to do something, but still there is long way to go, right? So never stop learning. You will find so many challenges, as I found so many challenges. I started from executive level, then moved to team leader level, and now managing wealth. So in my profile, I manage wealth of the Standard Chartered clients, in terms of, managing wealth by a mean that obviously they may invest their money into the stock market or mutual funds or insurance or bonds, or any kind of asset classes. Yeah, obviously apart from the real estate, because that doesn't come under into the banking system. So yes, I have faced so many challenges, but yes, I have achieved this level because of obviously the continuous learning. And that is something, a key takeaway from my end to you guys, is that keep learning, and there is nothing can beat you if you are learning all the time. And obviously you need to keep update yourself, because if you're not updating yourself, you have seen that the working style has been changed altogether after corona. People are working from home. Earlier we one it used to be work in such environment. So my takeaway is that, I mean, you need to keep learning, and this is something which I want to tell you: keep learning all the time. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable insights. And yes, as you rightly said, that one should love what they do. And for that, we should choose our specialization according to our liking, and yes, according to the demand of the market. Thank you so much, sir. Now, moving forward, allow me to introduce Ms. Deepika Jha from PGDM batch 2012-14. Ma'am did her PGDM with specialization in marketing and operations. Currently, she is working as a relationship manager at National Payment Corporation of India. She is skilled in marketing management, analytical skills, sales, customer relationship management, corporate credit line, vendor payments, and market research. She has worked as corporate sales at American Express, also as manager at Kotak Mahindra, and relationship manager at IndusInd Bank. With these words, I would like to welcome Ms. Deepika ma'am to kindly join us virtually and share your valuable experience with us. Please, ma'am.
Hi, good morning, everyone. It's a nice sunny Saturday here. So, yeah. I think thank you for the introduction. Yes, I have been with banking and financial sector in a corporate banking internally, and then currently I'm working with National Payments Corporation of India. So let's jump into the topic which I was supposed to tell. And most of the thing has been covered by Anurag. Two three things which I want to highlight it, that two three basic things which are very much important, even if you are into PGTM or into corporate, that you should very much focus what you want. Actually, it happens every time. It happens with me also, that whatever I'm doing, I might not liking it, but some part of the job I really liked it, and that's how I have started doing in the same thing, and now I am into this space. So same goes with the MBA as well. When you are into PGTM, you will have to decide कि, what you want. You'll have to set your priorities, कि what you want from your career, where you want to land. Of course, you might not be aware about what kind of profile you want, or what kind of a designation or company, but at least you should have that these are the work that I am really liking doing it. And like I'm good with numbers, I'm good with communications, and I'm good with technology. So you'll have to develop your skills accordingly, and you'll have to decide what you want from your career path. In first year only, whenever we come into business school, there are the difference what I felt, because I am a BTech graduate as well. I have completed my engineering with electronics and telecom. So the difference that I felt, which you will feel, you must have felt, that there are people who are from different backgrounds, from arts, from commerce, from engineering. So you'll have to decide what you want from your career. You want to transform it, you want the transition in your career, then accordingly what you're liking. In the first year of PGDM, you have all these subjects to study, be it financial management, be it in the HR, or OB, that is HR, and in marketing. So of course, then you start developing your interest over there. And the most of the things, it's just not interests which will work into the future. Because what happens, you'll have to have expertise in what you do. Even if people say, like, even if you are into the marketing field, you'll have to be very much updated with your economy, and your all the sectors, what is happening in different sectors and the industry. And you should read novels and different journals and articles. So this is what is very much important. And then you find of course you'll find your own path, that this is what I am liking it, and this is what. And yeah, and this is it also happens, what you really like to read, this is what you want to do. This is what has happened to me. So this is how you can choose your specialization. So what you are liking it, and where you are seeing yourself in in next five. It's just a what happened when we used to prepare for the interviews. The question was actually really boring, that where you are seeing yourself in next 5 years. But actually this is very relevant, because you'll have to analyze yourself, that what you are liking it, what kind of subjects that you love to study. And two three things which I told you is basic. You'll have to have a good communication skill, you'll have to be good with numbers. It's just not with finance, HR, and marketing. You'll have to have good with current affairs. These are the things which is expected from the management student. And when we talk about the industries and all these things, so even if you are from marketing, and then and you might land into the IT business, IT sector, or into the financial sector. So when I used to work with I worked in American Express for 3 years in corporate lending. So I don't have a background of finance, I have a background of engineering, I have background of marketing, corporate sales. So and it was all financial management and cost accounting. The I'll have to analyze the risk of the risk analysis was there, and the study of the finance, all the financial things were there, cost accounting, everything was there. So I actually learned it, because of course we learned it in first year only, but I actually had to learn it, and then I worked there. So you'll have to be very much open to learn things according to the industry that you are in. It might happen that I when I landed into a job, it was corporate sales into a salary accounts. And so I worked there in Kotak Mahindra Bank for 2 years, and I was very much, I mean, clear that I always want to do the corporate sales. I always want to do the strategic account management. I always be into this. But yes, I was not much comfortable with the product, because this is how I am. I love churning numbers. I love technology. So I did couple of certifications and then landed into the American Express. Then again, I analyze myself ki now what, you know, because every another year you growth is just not financial, that you get 10% 15% from your company. No, it's not. You should also analyze yourself ki where are you landing in next 5 years. I really don't like people being manager or being dumb. They don't have knowledge, or they don't have anything to give to their colleagues or the team. So this is what I learned many things in technology. Now I'm into fintech space. I would like to, tell you that the National Payments Corporation of India is actually transforming digitization in payment in India. It's either if through UPI, through RuPay, or through FASTag, or so now I am much into the technical sector, fintech, and I'm into project management. I'm managing clients also. I'm actually, what I do is I'm handling SBI Group for NPCI. So I do their all the technical developments for their product and project management, and then also of course business, which is actually most important thing. So this is what I would like to the key takeaways are, is either from your from your course or from the corporate, you should understand business. Either you are into any of the specialization. Even if you are in HR, you are supposed to develop your you should know ki what are the cost that you are incurring and how much you are getting it profitability. Business communication, your hard work, and then you will be there, you where you want to be. So this is what I have learned all the way from my experience and from my studies. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your deep knowledge about how one should set their priorities. And yes, you rightly said that we should be very much updated with time. Your session was full of enthusiasm and valuable knowledge. Next, would like to introduce Ms. Nidhi Singh from PGDM batch 2013-15. Ma'am did her PGDM with specialization in marketing and HR. She is skilled in stakeholder management, talent management, employee engagement, recruiting, technical recruiting, and completely efficient with Microsoft Office tools. Currently, she is an associate manager at Vereed Inc. Also, not to forget, she was HR executive at ANRI Solutions HR Services Prevent Limited. With these words, I would like to welcome Ms. Nidhi Ma'am to kindly join us on the platform.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for giving this platform to share my ideas, my feedback, and the practical knowledge which I experienced in last 7 to 8 years. And first of all, I would like to correct that I did my PGDM in HR and finance, and my major was HR, and I was never interested in finance. But although I opt for finance because of some personal reasons, and so let's focus on why one should opt for a specialization and what are the key factors. Uh, most of the points are covered already by my seniors, which is by Deepika Jha and Anurag Saxena. So the most important factor, which I think, which I faced in my past 7 year or in my initial career, was one should have alumni network or the network outside the college, or like some networks from the industry, because it helps us you in to go inside the corporate, because initially when you are a fresher, no one give you a preference. Like I was interested into HR journalist, but initially I was getting offers for HR recruiter, and I was never interested in doing recruitment, to be frank. But although I did for a couple of months, or I think, yeah, for 6 months, because I was not having any other option. It was very pressurized job, and whenever I used to contact any corporate, they always ask me to whether you have experience in HR journalist, or you have any background, or like you have any insight reference from the company. So I think one should have a strong network or a strong connection with alumni or seniors or outside the college, or in some industry, because it helps you to get a job in good corporate. And the other point which I would like to add is ROE. Sorry, not ROE, it's ROI, return of investment. Before selecting a specialization, one should see that how much you are investing in PGDM or in MBA, and how much you are going to get return in next 5 to 7 years or in next 10 years, because it matters a lot. Your parents are investing so much of huge amount in making you learn, or making you get a degree of from a reputed college, from PGDM, for PGDM or for MBA. So yeah, ROI is the most important point which I would like to discuss. Yeah, and then I think one should always do mock interviews, because interviews will help you in clear your college placement whenever the companies come. At the initial stage, every fresher is a bit nervous, a bit conscious that how they are going to speak in front of a placement, or a placement panel, or a HR who is coming from a reputed company or a big company. So and always ready for a group discussion. One should always have 4 or 10 people, and just sit and pick any topic and start discussing on that topic, pros and cons and everything, because I face that challenge. So I would recommend that uh, the faculties and the college and even your batchmates should help you in doing this. My faculties members did a lot for me. I remember that Preeti Dikshit was my HR, from HR department, and ma'am really helped me a lot. She was the one who showed faith in me, and she said that Nidhi, you can do it, and you are the person who is made for HR specialization. So yeah, that was the one thing which made me confidence make and I thought, yeah, if she can see that confidence and see that future, that thing in me, then why not me? So yeah, these are the things. And apart from that, preference and interest, as my both the seniors said, your interest is the most important, and your preference is the most important key factor, that in which domain you want to see yourself in future, like what tag or what job title you want to see in future with your name. So yeah, I was from the starting, I was sure that I want to be in HR profile. I don't know why, but yeah, I was. So yeah, these were the things. I think, and other things are already covered by Deepika Jha ma'am and Anurag sir. So yeah, I'm done. Thank you very much. If you have any question, then please let me know. I'm here. Just do a cross question at the end so that I can help you with more details and more practical knowledge about the industry.
The question answers will be done at the end of the session.
Yeah, I know.
And thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your deep knowledge about ROI, about how one should, about how much you're getting back from this PGDM program. And one of the biggest things you suggested was the mock interviews. Thank you, ma'am. Next, would like to welcome Mr. Avinash Thakur from PGDM batch 2013-15. Sir did his PGDM with specialization in sorry for the inconvenience. Now I would like to introduce Mr. Abhinav Srivastav from PGDM batch 2017-19. He did his PGDM with specialization in marketing and HR, now working as a senior business development executive in an academy. He has 2.5 years of experience in sales. He was also handling a team of 10 in Libre. He has achieved the Best Team Leader award for straight 3 quarters. Sir is also an avid traveler and a certified mountaineer. With these words, I would like to welcome Mr. Abhinav Sir to kindly join on the platform.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible to you? Am I audible?
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're audible.
Yeah. First of all, thanks, Radhika ma'am, Arpita ma'am, and Mr. Ajay to invite me again in the auditorium. It's really nice to be back in GL Bajaj, obviously virtually. But as this session is for the role of specialization in successful placement, I would straight away go ahead with this thing that confidence is the key. Whenever we used to take initiatives in the college days also, if you don't have much confidence in doing anything, you should also fake confidence, in my opinion, because when you are in any interview also, if you if you are confident and you are talking about anything, the recruiter also shows interest in you. If you are very nervous, like I am right now, if you are really nervous in an interview, the recruiter doesn't make a lot of good questions, and because they have to deal with 10 to 20 to 50 candidates in a day. So a confidence is the key in my opinion. And secondly, specialization is really important. Like in marketing, if you want to go ahead with marketing and you are very interested in that, I think you should be very good with communication skills. And not even in marketing, I think in HR, in finance, in operation, any field, confidence and this thing, communication skills is really important. If you're in HR, communication skill has to be there. In finance also, it takes you a long way. Secondly, I would like to know how many students are right now in marketing, like by the raise of hands, if I can see. Okay, most of them, I understand. And how many are in finance? Okay, marketing. I think marketing, most of the students are in marketing only. So, and now how many students are doing some certification apart from this PGDM degree? Just 3 to 4, 5 to 6 students is all I can see. Now, matlab, this is the only thing. One degree is, I don't think so it's suffice to get in any interview. When I was also in the PGDM degree, I did 2 internships. First internship which we have to do, second internship which I voluntarily went away with with that. So this is the thing, that you should also go ahead with some certifications also, like any free certification. We on LinkedIn, we have certifications on Udemy, on Khan Academy. A lot of free courses are there. So that will be also very important to get you a successful placement. Secondly, I should also tell you one thing, that you should also go ahead with part-time jobs, because what would be the timing of PGDM? Like in the evening, you get back to your hostel or to your PGs. So if you go ahead with some digital part-time jobs, they are a lot in numbers right now. In finance, in HR also, there are part-time jobs. In talent acquisitions, you can also go ahead with that. They need freshers. If you are confident and you crack an interview, definitely you can go ahead with that. So that also you can go ahead with. Secondly, I have noted some points which I can share with you guys. So if you are in marketing, you can go ahead with digital marketing. You can also go ahead with social media marketing jobs. Sales job is also good, and also inside sales job, which you can go ahead with. Now, after Corona, a lot of things have changed. Previously, the interviews were like main questions are that for marketing, I'm talking about firstly, that sell me a pen, or one of my seniors just told us that where do you see after 5 years? These type of question, I think nowadays interview has changed a lot. In my recent interview in Unacademy, as the presenters have already told my profile, I'm very new to this corporate world. In Deepika ma'am, Anurag sir, and also Nidhi ma'am, they are like 5 to 6, 10 years of experience they have. So, but I have noticed this thing, that interviews have changed a lot. The interviewee just knows that okay, the candidate has confidence or not, and secondly, they are ready to do and take initiatives. That is the one thing which I think has changed a lot in interviews. And also after Corona, digital interviews are also being held every day. So if you want to go for digital interviews, you should be good in handling computers, in handling Zoom meetings also, because normal interview face to face, you see there is a different nervousness. But you, when you are on webcam and you are giving ahead with interview, that also has a different nervousness. So you should know, and you can see a lot of videos also on YouTube's, that how to go ahead with the interviews, digital interviews. And secondly, for HR also, there are a lot of jobs which you can go ahead with. Finance also, you can go ahead with bank services or financial services. Also in bank, previously it was held that bank job is a lot different. Now a bank job is in sales also. There you have to go ahead with. Also you can go in operations also. So different jobs have changed a lot in the previous time or today also. So these are some insights which I would like to share with you guys. uh, yes, I think I'm done with this. Thank you so much. I hope I would be helpful.
Yes, sir, definitely. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your deep experience on how one should be confident for any of the interviews. And yes, from now onwards, we would definitely like to inculcate ourselves in any of the certification courses as directed by you. So moving forward, last but not the least, we have Mr. Avinash Thakur from PGDM batch 2013-15. Sir did Sir did his PGDM with specialization in marketing and international business. Currently, he is area sales manager at Japanese giant Panasonic. Previously, he was dynamic result driven sales manager at consumer durable industry. He is well versed in motivating team members, opening floodgates to exponential sales and revenue growth, and retaining customers. With these words, I would like to welcome Mr. Avinash sir to kindly join on the platform. I request the IT team to kindly unmute.
Okay, done?
Done.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible. Sir, I would like to welcome you on behalf of all the GL Bajaj family. And sir did his specialization in marketing and international business. Currently, he is area sales manager at Japanese giant Panasonic. Previously, he was dynamic result sales driven manager at consumer durable industry. He is well versed in motivating team members, opening floodgates to exponential sales and revenue growth and retaining customers. With these words, I would like to welcome Mr. Avinash sir to kindly join us on the platform.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
sir, you're audible.
Yeah. So can I see the audience, please? Hello. Can I see the audience, please?
Avinash ji, audience is already highlighted. So
No, they are not.
maybe on your
actually.
laptop, because we have spotlighted the audience also. So there is one account with the name of audience. Audience is in the
Just
offline mode. There is one person in the meeting with the name of audience that has been spotlight.
okay. Yeah, I got that.
I
Yeah,
hope you
hello
can.
everyone. So first of all, apologies. मैं बहुत लेट हो गया. I can speak in Hindi also, right? हिंदी सबको समझ आती है, right?
Of course.
I was stuck in something, तो इसलिए मैं लेट हो गया. So मैं बहुत ज्यादा आपका समय नहीं लूंगा. मेरे पास भी थोड़ी कमी है समय की. Let me just tell you what I have done in my PGDM course during GL Bajaj. और उसके बाद जब मैं जॉब में गया, what I did there, how I started my career, what was the importance of specialization जब मैंने MBA किया GL Bajaj से. Tell you all
Flows, whatever the news. So this is what has been, this is what I have transformed it from my PGDM studies to my corporate experience. So this is what I would like to add for this. And so one thing that I would do correct it. So Abhinav, I have actually, to all the members, I might not be very much clear that 5 years wala thing. So what I wanted to tell you that it's just not the interview that they asked 5 years or 10 years. You should be aware ki what you gonna do in next 2 years or 3 years. मुझे क्या करना है? So you'll have to analyze yourself, and accordingly you'll have to work on your skills. Yeah, there's no other thing other than your hard work and your skills. I think I might be clear.
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
Thanks.
so moving forward, next question, as Abhinav sir said in his speech that regarding the certification course, so Mahi has asked, as a fresher, what are the skill set and additional certificates required for marketing specialization?
Okay, so I think the question is targeted to me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Mahi, I would just suggest one thing, that if you are in marketing, so you should be open for both the jobs skill set, which is sales and marketing both. And secondly, the specialization, you just search about the sales, communication skills, presentation skills. These type of certifications are a lot. You can go ahead with the videos also. Doesn't matter that you do the certificate also. because in your interview, they don't see a lot of certificates now. You just should know about it. So for the certification part, you should go ahead with the communication skills, presentation skills, and a lot of that how to have a good body language. These type of things you should know in marketing, because you would be connecting with clients via, like, you have to go ahead with face to face also, and you can go ahead with this webcam also. So you just have to know that. So there are a lot of skill set certifications on the interview. You just have to search, that's all.
Yes, sir. Sir, next question is for Anurag, sir. Atkish has asked to please tell about some certifications on wealth management which can enhance our skill set.
Okay, so in wealth, I mean, it's a very vast industry, and there are so many, sub branches, I can say here. So it depends, first of all, your choice. For example, in wealth, what is your strength, or what do you want to have, in your kitty in terms of in terms of knowledge. So, for example, there are certain products like equities, or let's say debt and bonds, treasury bills. So many things are there. So first of all, you need to gain some basic knowledge so that you may understand where exactly you are heading towards, right? So for example, if you love to play with, the charts, so charts is only with equities and stocks, right? So you need to have certain certifications for reading the charts or the stock analysis, right? So I would recommend, if you want to go with certain certifications, so you should visit NISM website. Visit there, you will get approximately 50 certifications in different things, different topics. So just visit there, but before visiting, just try to have a look what are the different topics and what exactly you love to do. Because until unless you are not loving something, so definitely you won't be able to make a choice. In hurry, you will go with certain certification. It's okay, just for the sake of doing it, you're gonna do it, no issues at all. But for example, if you do not love it overall in the coming months or year, so you will be stuck there, right? So have some basic knowledge, read little bit of everything, and then you make a call. So I would recommend to go with NISM. There is wealth management certification course. I think the fees is somewhere around 2000 and 2500 rupees only. You will get the material from there only, and once you will clear it, so obviously while reading you will realize there are certain things which you can look for. For example, as I said, stocks, bonds, IPOs, mutual funds, debt, equity, and so many things, treasury and all. So once you will be completing one certification, then you will be able to make your mind, right? So first get something basic and try to understand what exactly you love and what exactly you are trying to do, and then get more certification in that particular field. For example, equity, or the mutual funds, or debt, anything. If you have
Yes, sir.
further, may I?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Next question is for Avinash, sir. So Saloni has asked, should we take international business as our specialization? And if yes, what are the opportunities and challenges we have to face? And what are the jobs we will get in international business specialization? Sir, you are muted.
Hello,
Yes, sir, you are audible.
am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Hello. Yeah. Hi, Saloni. First of all, make sure that if you are taking an international business subject as your specialization, so the forms where you will be getting the jobs are like
Asked what kind of skills are required for HR specialization a student one should possess in these COVID situation.
Uh, Thank you. So the key skill set or the key factor one should have while opting for HR is one should have the confidence, because in HR profile you have to deal with various people in the organization. You have to deal with the director, you have to deal with the CEO, you have to deal with many freshers, many senior people. So one should have the confidence to how to speak, how to present yourself in the organization. And the other thing is that your interest level, that how interested you are to go in that domain. Because if you are not interested, and if someone is forcing you to opt for that specialization, then that will not work. And yeah, the last thing, as I said earlier also, the connections with the alumni, or with your seniors, or with outside the industries. So these are the three basic points which I'll say.
Thank you so much, sir and ma'am, for addressing all our questions. With this note, gratitude is the most beautiful way to express what is in our hearts. With these words, we owe a great debt of gratitude to our alumni present today by presenting a memento as a token of our thankfulness for providing their gracious presence to join us today to enhance our knowledge. On behalf of GLB IMR PGDM Institute, I may kindly request Mr. Anurag Saxena to please accept our gratitude for sharing his valuable time for us and for sharing his wonderful experience with us. Sir, can you please switch on your video, Anurag sir? Sir, please spotlight Anurag sir. We thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to humbly request Ms. Deepika Jha ma'am to please accept our gratitude. The entire team of GLB IMR is grateful to you for sharing your precious time and giving such wonderful deliberations.
Yeah, thank you everyone for inviting me. It's a little bit of deja vu kind of thing for me. The uniform and the auditorium, it really feels good. And thank you everyone. Thank you. I'm overwhelmed.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Ms. Nidhi Singh ma'am to accept our thankfulness. The complete GLB IMR fraternity is indebted for your precious time and efforts.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for this platform. And I'm always there for all the freshers. Please connect with me on LinkedIn if you need any help in future to get placed in any of the organization. I'm definitely going to help at my best. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Next, would like to humbly request Mr. Avinash Thakur to please accept our gratitude. The entire team of GLB IMR is grateful to you for sharing your precious time and for giving us wonderful deliberations. Last but not the least, would like to request Mr. Abhinav Srivastava sir to accept our thankfulness. The complete GLB IMR fraternity is indebted for your precious time and efforts.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you so much, sir.
The end of a story is the new beginning for many others. With this note, I may like to welcome Professor Radhika Malhotra, Faculty Coordinator of the event, to formally extend a vote of thanks to all our alumni for sharing their valuable time and sharing their perspectives, experiences, and opinion with us.
A very good afternoon. I, Radhika Malhotra, on behalf of JL Bajaj Institute of Management and Research, is here to present my vote of thanks to all the alumni of JL Bajaj. I would heartily thank Mr. Anurag Saxena, alumni of 2010-12 batch, Ms. Deepika Jha, alumni of 2012-14 batch, Ms. Nidhi Singh, Mr. Avinash Thakur of 2013-15, and Mr. Abhinav Srivastava of 2017-19 batch. Well, it is very well said that alumni, acts as an umbrella for any institute. So you people have set the forum for our new freshers. And yes, the students will grow under your guidance and mentorship. Once it is set, the institute actually becomes the brand, which you people have actually proved to be.